Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my tour of the mall at Robinson, located in Robinson Township, Pennsylvania, from April 21st, 2025. Having opened in 2001, this is one of the newest major malls in the Pittsburgh region, with only the Galleria at Pittsburgh Mills and Tarentum being newer, having opened in 2005. Despite its relatively recent opening, I actually think it's one of the most beautiful malls left in the Pittsburgh area, with most of the other malls having been renovated or closed altogether. This mall is full of beautiful design elements. There's wood grain, nice colors, unique floor tiling, and beautiful skylights, and I just love a lot about the design here. Something about early 2000s design really just speaks to me, especially in the modern era where we don't seem to put color into anything we build. So, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started on the history. History on this mall goes all the way back to the mid-1980s, specifically December 17th of 1987. This is the first mention of the name Robinson Town Center in any newspaper I could find. The Glimcher Zamias Group of Pittsburgh, spelled with a G, and no relation to the Zamias that built many malls throughout western Pennsylvania and beyond, were granted approval to begin construction of a $500 million shopping area located on 485 acres in the Moon/Robinson Township area of Pittsburgh. Moon Township's planning board also suggested that the Board of Supervisors approve a portion of land for a proposed new regional enclosed mall to be known as the Mall at Robinson Town Center. The first phase of Robinson Town Center would not take very long to complete. In July 1989, the very first business at the town center opened, a 220,000 square foot IKEA, the second in the entire nation. A month later, on August 2nd, the Plaza at Robinson Town Center would officially open. The Plaza was a 670,000 square foot power center featuring TJ Maxx, Farmore, Hills, Children's Palace, and Dahlkemper's catalog showroom on opening day. In the late 1980s, there was, for lack of a better word, a glut of proposed malls in and around Pittsburgh. Melvin Simon and Associates of Indianapolis was planning Pittsburgh Center, a large downtown mall that would have connected to the flagship Kaufmann's, a project which would have been very similar to their previously built St. Louis Center in St. Louis. George Zamias was planning Fraser Heights Galleria in Tarentum, which would have had 6 department store anchors, the site of which would later become Pittsburgh Mills. Eddie DeBartolo was also planning a mall slightly west of Tarentum in Harmer, which would have also had 6 anchors and was to be over 1 million square feet in size. The aforementioned Simon had recently completed Ross Park Mall in 1986 in Ross Township, not far from Robinson, with 4 major department store anchors and room for a 5th. This glut of mall proposals made it very difficult for mall builders to secure major department stores to anchor their projects, as many developers were fighting over the same anchors at multiple sites not too far from each other, as well as making it difficult to secure financing to start construction. As such, the mall at Robinson, which was originally scheduled for completion in 1990, was continuously pushed back multiple times due to issues such as lack of financing, lack of committed anchor stores, and the fact that the road infrastructure in the area needed to be upgraded heavily for a mall to be built. By 1990, only Kaufmann's had committed to the project, and the opening date was pushed back to 1992. Later, in 1991, it was announced that construction was to begin in 1992, with a completion date of 1994, and so on and so forth. Nothing actually came of the mall project until May of 1998, when Kaufmann's, fed up with the delays in construction of the mall, built a standalone store on the mall's future site, which was specifically designed to be attached to a mall building built at a later, undetermined date. Kaufmann's held their grand opening on Wednesday, October 20th, 1998, at 9:45 a.m. In 1999, Nordstrom, the upscale department store based in Seattle, was reportedly looking for a location in the Pittsburgh market. One site they were interested in was the mall at Robinson, and the other was a proposed new mall in downtown called Marketplace at 5th and Forbes. Marketplace would never come to fruition, and Nordstrom also would not anchor the mall at Robinson, opting instead to take over the former Joseph Horn/Lazarus space at Ross Park Mall in 2008. In May of 2000, it was announced that aggressive leasing was now underway for the mall at Robinson, now without the town center in the name. Forest City Enterprises leasing agents scheduled meetings with over 100 prospective mall tenants, and the shopping mall convention in Las Vegas that year was also buzzing with news of the new mall's construction. It was announced that Sears and JCPenney were confirmed as anchors for the new mall, with space for another major department store, rumored to be Lazarus, and another anchor pad for an as-of-yet undetermined store. Brian Ratner, senior vice president of Forest City, announced that construction in Robinson could begin as early as that summer, with completion scheduled for late 2001. Quote, "A mall made sense in the late 1980s, and if anything, that's been enhanced," said Ratner. It was said that the new mall would be a traditional structure in the same vein as Ross Park Mall or South Hills Village, although it would be adapted for the latest thinking in the design of such projects. Ratner predicted that there would be a lot of wood, soft furniture and carpet, and warm textures that encourage people to linger. On August 31st, 2000, the official groundbreaking for the mall at Robinson was finally held. The event featured dignitaries from Glimcher, Zemaias, and Forest City, and was also attended by the Montour High School Marching Band. Guests were given souvenir hard hats with the mall's logo, and vegetables, fruits, and cheese were provided under a tent, where reportedly a dust-laden breeze kept wafting in because of nearby heavy equipment leveling the site as the ceremony went on. At this time, Gap, Banana Republic, Abercrombie & Fitch, Kay Jewelers, Limited and Limited 2, Lane Bryant, Rice & Company, and Victoria's Secret were all confirmed as tenants for the future mall. By late summer 2001, the mall was beginning to near completion. The developers were adding then state-of-the-art touches to the property, such as internet-ready stations available for, quote, web surfing and email checks, along with soft couches and a Starbucks coffee court in front of JCPenney. Finally, after 12 years of painstaking planning and waiting, at 9 a.m. on October 21st, 2001, the mall at Robinson held its official grand opening ceremony at Center Court. Kids could meet Elmo, Cookie Monster, and Bert and Ernie as they walked around the mall. Clowns, live music, and speeches from city and state leaders and mall developers provided entertainment for several days following the ceremony. JCPenney, Sears, and Kaufmann's were all open for business, with Dick's Sporting Goods confirmed as a future store which would open in spring 2002. The mall also had space left over for a future department store pad, which, to this day, has never been filled. Other stores at opening included, but not limited to, Kirkland's, Payless Shoe Source, Delia's, The Children's Place, Walden Books, Ann Taylor Loft, and The Buckle.
Some quick explaining. You had me wrong all along. I thought you'd find it entertaining. Marianne, somehow you thought my love had ended. You're so upset, but you forget broken hearts can all be mended.
In early summer 2002, Dick's Sporting Goods finally opened, and at that time the mall featured over 100 stores, with Lerner New York, Rave, Wet Seal, Petite Sophisticate, Gadzooks, Joseph A. Banks, Deck the Walls, and Philip Pelusi joining the mix. Not much changed about the mall through the 2000s and into the 2010s, with it enjoying a healthy occupancy rate and good quality stores. However, in 2006, Kaufmann's would be rebranded as Macy's due to Federated Department Stores' merger with the May Company, and the subsequent rebranding of all of the May Company stores as Macy's. Then, in February 2007, H&M opened its third Pittsburgh area store at the mall in a large chunk of space on the upper level near Macy's. And in December 2008, a very large Forever 21 opened just across the corridor from H&M, displacing many smaller stores. Since this mall is so new, not that many changes have taken place here since it opened, and it does still have a decent assortment of stores. But in all seriousness, this mall was never the absolute runaway success that it was intended to be. In May of 2018, it was announced that Sears would be closing their location at the mall at Robinson, with it seeing its final day of business in September of that year. And in March of 2020, the mall, just like most other malls around the world, was forced to temporarily close due to the COVID-19 pandemic, with it reopening later that year with reduced hours and social distancing rules. And in November of 2022, arguably the worst thing that can happen to a mall happened to the mall. It was sold to notorious slumlord Cohan Retail Investment Group for $46 million. Many locals have noted that stores have began to depart the mall much quicker than before the sale, and that deferred maintenance has become the standard here, such as several escalators throughout the mall being closed off for long periods of time. You can actually see one of the closed-off escalators earlier in my video, near Macy's. The last major change took place here in March of 2025, very shortly before my visit, when it was announced that all Forever 21 stores in the United States would be closing forever. The vacant storefront can be seen in my video, so it obviously closed very shortly before my visit to the mall in late April of that same year.
You must be happy, you look wonderful. I've never seen you look so fine. I've heard all about him. You're mad about him. You talk about him all the time. They say you love him, 'cause he's giving you everything you'll ever need. Though I still adore you, I'm happy for you. I know that it's too late for me. The only love I ever wanted is gone forever. I can never put my world together. So much in love, I know you'll never come back to me. Oh, love doesn't come to you every minute. If you hold back, someone else will win it. So much in love, put your heart right in it. Never set it free. Yeah, yeah. So much in love. So much in love with you, baby. So much in love with you.
The last major change took place here in March of 2025, very shortly before my visit, when it was announced that all Forever 21 stores in the United States would be permanently closing. The vacant storefront can be seen in my video, so it obviously closed very shortly before my visit to the mall in late April of that year. Today, the mall does still feature many stores such as White House Black Market, Express, Victoria's Secret, Loft, Rally House, Rue 21, H&M, and the former Forever 21 space has been taken up by something called Four Horsemen Comics and Gaming, along with JCPenney, Dick's, and Macy's still remaining here as anchors. But in all honesty, if Kohan continues to own the mall, I'm worried that in time it will keep losing upscale stores and keep declining, just like every other mall that he owns. Anyway, that concludes the history of the mall at Robinson. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm gonna let some music play now as my walkthrough and slideshow come to a close. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.